Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Preston Endress. The run is on, rain or shine, as Helping Hand Society is proud to kick off the 39th annual Chips Trot and Brew. The Trot and Brew is an annual charitable run, and this year is being held in memory of Rocco Colangelo Sr. and Jr. We spoke with Helping Hand Society Marketing Coordinator Angela Ciano DeCola about what the Trot and Brew is all about, where it is, and what it is benefiting.
Yeah, so we have our 39th annual Trot and Brew on August 16th at 11 a.m. at the CVCO Rec Center in Cunningham, PA. It'll be benefiting the CHIPS Committee as well as the Helping Hand Society. And this year it will be a 1.5 mile novelty race with 7 stops.
The Committee to Help Handicapped Infants and Parents Succeed, also known as CHIPS, is a fundraiser for covering therapeutic service costs for handicapped infants and children who reside in the established area and who is also being benefited from Trot and Brew. We also spoke with Josh Youngcourt about how the CHIPS Committee is associated.
Every year we pledge $20,000 to Helping Hands for their early childhood development and infant stimulation programs.
Trot and Brew is happy to present this year's new shirts.
So we do have t-shirts for sale. We're selling them at the Helping Hand Society and we're selling them day of.
The event is expected to include some interesting activities this year. The 7 stops include more than just a quick break.
Yeah, so we'll be having tricky trays this year. We'll be having 50/50 tickets for sale. As I said previously, we'll be having our 7 stops, which we have Valley Vets, Brass Buckle, Cunningham Brewing Company, the Chiropractic Associates of Lehigh Valley, Full Clips, Cousin Joe's, and the Tresco Hosey this year.
The money being raised is specifically meant to stay within and help the community, further showing everyone's contribution and how well it works.
All our money stays in our community. It doesn't go outside of the community as compared to any other organization. You could actually see your bang for your buck, your dollars, and just a great day out in the Cunningham Valley to walk. A lot of people walk the race. They don't run the race. We may have 98% of the people that actually just walk it, and they'll walk with their family and friends and have a good time through the valley. You just walk up to a location, have a little shot of beer, and you walk up to the next one, have a little shot, and you compete the race like that. It's a great fundraiser.
The 39th annual Trot and Brew is to be held on 11 a.m. Saturday, August 16th at the CVCO Recreation Center at 1 Goulds Way, Cunningham, Pennsylvania. The Hazleton City Council meets tonight to vote on several road projects, grant applications, and contracts. The council is expected to award the next phase of the Alter Street Streetscape project. This includes repaving the 2nd to 6th Street, new sidewalks, curb removal, and landscaping, with the construction set to begin in August and finish by October. The council will also vote on applying for a $1.1 million state grant to continue sidewalk and curb improvements along Wyoming Street. A proposed tax settlement with Hazleton Estates is also on the agenda. The company is appealing the assessment of properties on Diamond Avenue and is seeking city approval. Additional votes include contracts for road materials, line striping through 2026, and winter equipment rentals from December through April 2026. The frontman of the Philadelphia band Low Cut Connie claims his group was dropped from the Luzerne County's Rockin' the River concert series over political concerns. Adam Weiner, the band's singer and pianist, claims the Friday night performance in Wilkes-Barre was canceled by organizers who called the show too controversial. The band has since been replaced by an AC/DC tribute act, Halfway to Hell. Adam, who often speaks about diversity and inclusion during performances, alleges that those messages, along with a recent song addressing immigration issues, may have prompted the cancellation. The free Rockin' the River concert series draws thousands to the River Commons each summer. Low Cut Connie was originally listed as the July 25th headliner. Penn Teledata is warning internet users of phishing scams targeting their accounts. Scammers have recently impersonated Penn Teledata and Blue Ridge Cable using fake emails and phone calls to trick customers into sharing sensitive information like passwords and credit card numbers. Late last week, Penn Teledata flagged fraudulent emails offering a discounted internet package that requested payment via digital currency. The message, which appeared official, is part of a growing phishing campaign targeting area internet customers. Customers are urged to remain vigilant and avoid clicking suspicious links or responding to unsolicited messages. Legitimate communications won't ask for personal data through email. If in doubt, delete the message and contact customer support directly through verified channels. Coming up on WYLN News, the Wilkes-Barre Township Police Department has found a vehicle crash in public square. Plus, police are looking for local vendors to help out at the National Night Out celebration. But first we'll take a look at the 5-day forecast brought to you by the WYLN Weather Kids. We'll be right back.
Brought to you by Lehigh Valley Health Network and Jefferson Health, investing in your well-being and building healthier communities because more expertise and convenient care mean better outcomes and a healthier you. Learn more at lvhn.org/Jefferson.
My name is Alexander Bonomo. I'm 12 years old, and tomorrow's WYLN forecast is partly cloudy.
We want your child to be our WYLN Weather Kid. Your child can be our feature weather reporter of the day on WYLN News and WYLN social media posts just by using your smartphone or any video recording device. It's easy. All ages are welcome, from toddlers to teens. To find out how, go to the weather section of WYLNTV.com or look for our post about it on the WYLN News Facebook page. Submit your Weather Kid video today.
PPW Nation, get ready for the best of PPW Season 2. Join Paul Bowe, E. Julius Kuiper, Alexander Bravado, Tom Mitchell, and Alex Watt as we take you down memory lane and relive some of the best PPW matches of all time. Saturdays at 5 p.m., Sundays at 10 p.m., only on WYLN.
Hey! Did you know WYLN posts news stories and other bonus content on social media all week long? The Weather Kids, Fresh from the Farm, Everyday Heroes, Let's Talk Sports, Feel Good Friday, daily news stories, and more. Visit WYLNTV.com, Facebook, and YouTube to check it out. WYLN, the local leader on social media. We're your local network. Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicap accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969. WYLN programming is online all the time. Visit our website at WYLNTV.com to check out archive shows and a live stream of our broadcasts. And don't forget to visit all of our social media pages for breaking news, weather, and sports. You can also head directly to our YouTube page for all our programming at youtube.com/WYLNTV35. Subscribe and ring that bell so you get notified every time there's a new show available online.
Welcome back to WYLN News. The Wilkes-Barre Township Police Department has responded to a vehicle crash in public square. The crash occurred on July 22nd at around 2:30 a.m., causing severe damage to the car, scattering trash and debris around the area, and tapping some blocks of granite out of place. The scene was assisted by police officers, firefighters, and medical teams, but it is unknown at this time if anyone was injured or if there are any casualties. Stay tuned on WYLN for more updates. Looking to help out and be a real pal to law enforcement? By doing more than just not committing a crime? The Hazleton City Police Department is looking for helpful vendors to partake in the upcoming National Night Out celebration. The night out is set to take place on August 22nd from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m., where people can interact with Hazleton's authorities, thus crime awareness can increase, and the relationship between the community and the police can be reinforced. Possible vendors who are interested in helping out are asked to contact Officer Jessica Sirkin at jsirkin@hazletonpd.org or by calling 570-459-4940, extension 216. Since 1991, Schuylkill County children battling critical illnesses have been helped out and supported by the team known as the Moms for Make-A-Wish. The team's 34th annual softball tournament will make a comeback at Island Park in Schuylkill Haven, happening for 3 separate days. Friday, July 25th from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m., Saturday, July 26th from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m., Sunday, July 27th from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., and Saturday, August 2nd from 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. So far this year, at least $28,000 was raised. The event's admission is free, where there will be a game, food vendors, a home run derby, and raffles. Donations towards Moms for Make-A-Wish can be done online on the official fundraiser page. It is still summer vacation, which means the bug spray is bound to be extra necessary. Public health officials from Scranton are advising people to be more cautious regarding what has been found in recent mosquito samples, in which West Nile virus has been detected. A mosquito bite on a person is the usual cause for spreading the West Nile virus. If bitten, the virus won't automatically make a person experience symptoms, as not everyone gets affected. But about 1 in 5 might develop flu-like symptoms, like fever, diarrhea, nausea, headaches, and rashes. To keep safe from these pests, people are urged not to leave standing-filled water containers outside their homes, as those are ideal breeding grounds. Apply bug spray and have on long sleeves for long amounts of time outside, especially during nighttime hours. Coming up on Freeland's News Choice, Trooper Anthony Petrosky tells us all we should know about stranger danger for this summer. Plus, WYLN historian Chris Fulmer leads us down the path through history with Williamsport Part 2. And stay right here on WYLN. We'll be right back.
SJ Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond Contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialist, call SJ Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
It's a problem. Fitted sheets that won't stay in place. This is Bed Bunny, the advanced fitted sheet with a built-in compression cord that locks the sheet all around the mattress. Replace your old fitted sheet with a Bed Bunny and pull. Watch as the built-in compression cord hugs every side, every corner of your mattress and automatically locks into place with a grip that won't slip.
Whoa, that grip is solid. It seems like these actually work. I can't wait to sleep like a baby.
They're infused with real copper, which helps kill odor-causing bacteria.
It fits perfectly, even with my mattress topper, and the corners never pop off.
These are hands down the softest sheets I've ever tried.
Order your Bed Bunny sheets for only $29.99, complete with guarantee. Rising costs mean this could be your last chance to lock in this low price. Inventory is extremely limited. Order now.
Call 1-800-709-1058 or visit buybedbunny.com. So call 1-800-709-1058 or visit buybedbunny.com now.
Something is out there. What it is, no one knows. However, since its first sighting, there have been numerous reports of strange lights in the night sky. Some say they are extraterrestrials, flying saucers. But to all of those seemingly unrelated uncertainties, there is one common thread.
Solo Spaceman. Watch Solo Spaceman on WYLN Thursdays at 1:30, Saturdays at 7, and Sundays at 4:30.
PPW Nation, get ready for the best of PPW Season 2. Join Paul Bowe, E. Julius Kuiper, Alexander Bravado, Tom Mitchell, and Alex Watt as we take you down memory lane and relive some of the best PPW matches of all time. Saturdays at 5 p.m., Sundays at 10 p.m., only on WYLN.
Do you like craft beer? Do you want to learn the right way to sample wine? How about checking out a restaurant with a unique flavor or a crazy food challenge? These are just some of the things we are featuring on Wine, Hops, and Road Stops. So, spend some time learning about great wine, great beer, and great food on WYLN TV 35.
Hi everybody, thanks for tuning in for another Trooper Talk Tuesday. I'm Trooper Anthony Petrowski, Trooper and Public Information Officer. It's summer out, we're enjoying the nice beautiful weather. People are going to public parks, they're going to restaurants, concerts. What we want to talk about today is child safety. Now I know, as a father of two, I know how difficult it can be to watch your kids at all times, especially when they're young, they're excited, they see something cool, they want to run to it. But as parents or guardians, we have to be responsible for these little ones. We have to make sure that we know where they are at all times. We can't just sit on the bench at the park and cruise on our cell phone while our kids are out there at the park running around, because unfortunately there are bad people out there that might be trying to persuade them to get into their vehicle and go with them. So we have to maintain eyes on them at all times. We have to watch them. We have to teach them also at a very young age that they shouldn't go with anybody that they don't know. Anybody they don't know is a stranger. We need to really teach this to them so they don't go wandering off with somebody. We also need to, while we're out in public places, make sure that they don't run off away from us. We've got to teach our kids at a young age. Don't run away from parents, guardians, friends, anybody like that. We always have to stick together because especially in a crowded group, there could be a lot of people. And the last thing we want is to have to search for a child that may have been abducted. So please keep an eye on your kids. Have these talks with them. Explain to them. If you're not getting through to them, call me. Bring them to the barracks here. I'll have a talk with them. Maybe they'll feel a little bit more comfortable with me and they'll understand that police are their friends, and if they need somebody or they get separated from their parents, they can come and talk to a police officer. If you have any questions about today's segment, please reach out to me. I'm here at PSP Hazelton. Otherwise, I'll catch you back here on WYLN for the next Trooper Talk Tuesday.
Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicap accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969.
This week on Let's Talk Chiropractic, Laura Rivera had headaches and dizzy spells. Her soccer star Lucy was out of alignment from playing sports. Stay tuned and see how chiropractic can help both of them.
Are you waking up with sore jaw, headaches, maybe even ringing in your ears, all because you're grinding and clenching your teeth at night? That's exactly what was going on with me. I end up going to a dentist and he wants to charge over $600 for a night guard. That's when I found this, the Brooks night guard. This was a game changer. It's smaller than other night guards that I tried, which is a good thing because it doesn't make me gag. It could fit on the top or the bottom of the teeth. It's lightweight and super comfortable. Now the Brooks night guard redirects the bite force away from the back teeth, reducing jaw pain while still protecting the teeth. This unique design is what makes Bruck's Night Guard different from all other traditional grind guards. Go to brucksnightguard.com and order yours today. Your teeth will thank you for it in the morning.
Go to brucksnightguard.com and use the promo code to activate your special TV offer. That's brucksnightguard.com. Order today and take advantage of this special TV offer. Your teeth will thank you for it in the morning.
Hello, I'm Wyln historian Chris Fulmer. Pennsylvania's communities are filled with interesting history. Come with me as we discover the people, events, industries, and other historic facets of local towns.
I'm 12 years old, and tomorrow's WYLN forecast is partly cloudy.
A Path Through History is sponsored by the Old Jail Museum, 128 West Broad Street in Jim Thorpe. Call 570-325-5259 or visit them online at theoldjailmuseum.com.
The West Branch Canal would give rise to what would become Williamsport's signature industry in the 19th century, lumbering. The hills of north-central Pennsylvania at the time were a solid sea of trees, especially the heavily valued white pine, which was the perfect tree to use for ships' masts. Early lumbering operations existed from the time Europeans first set foot in Lycoming County, but would grow rapidly after the opening of the West Branch Canal. Lumberjacks soon worked non-stop in the woods around Williamsport for months on end, cutting down every tree they could, with preference given to white pines and hemlocks, the latter of which made good wood for tanning. After cutting down the trees, the lumberjacks sawed off the branches, chopped the logs to the desired length, then dragged them or used chutes to get them to the river, where they would be rafted downstream to market. The raftsmen would then sell their rafts at the end of the journey and walk back home. The problem was they could not supply area sawmills with enough logs to keep them profitable. This problem would be solved in 1851 when John Du Bois, Major James, and John Layton built the Susquehanna boom across the river just west of Williamsport. Composed of log cribs and islands connected by log chains, the boom stretched across the river for 7 miles. Its job to catch all the logs that were delivered into the water and hold them for processing. Those logs meant for sawmills along the river would pass through a double gate at the bottom of the boom, where boom rats, as those hired for position were called, would sort out which log would go to which sawmill based on marks the lumberjacks embranded in each log. The industry would take off like a rocket once the boom was in place. By 1870, 30 sawmills worked 24 hours a day along the river just to keep up with lumber demand. The timbering industry became so entrenched in Williamsport that it gave the moniker of the lumber capital of the world, with more millionaires per capita than any other community in the country. Among the most prominent millionaire lumber barons that set down roots in the community was Peter Herdick, who arrived in the area in 1846 after having run a sawmill in upstate New York. Herdick built a new sawmill along the river, and over the ensuing years purchased more and more, and eventually bought the Susquehanna boom itself. He and his partners, Mahlon Fisher and John Redding, expanded on the boom, enlarging it to hold up to 300 million board feet of lumber, enough to keep the area's sawmills going non-stop. Herdick became a fixture in Williamsport, being elected its mayor in 1869. His influence extended well beyond the community to the highest reaches of Pennsylvania's government as well. When several striking lumberjacks were arrested for demonstrating in front of the Lycoming County Courthouse during the 1872 Sawdust War, Herdick got Governor John Geary to pardon them as a personal favor. Herdick gave back to Williamsport, giving money to build many structures in the city. One notable contribution was the clock tower built for Trinity Episcopal Church in 1871. The eventual clock in the tower was the first in America to chime out the Westminster quarters, made famous from their use in Big Ben. Herdick was also an amateur inventor, and created the forerunner of the modern taxi with his Herdick, a 2-wheeled horse-drawn carriage that could hold up to 8 passengers. Peter Herdick died in 1888 after slipping and falling on ice during a trip to Huntingdon County, but his legacy looms large over Williamsport even today, where he is at rest in the city's Wildwood Cemetery. In addition to its lumber industry, other businesses took root in Williamsport around this time, particularly brewing. Perhaps the most notable brewery in the city was the Flock Brewery. Founded as the City Brewery in 1854 and centered on Franklin Street for much of its history, it would be purchased by Jacob Henry Flock in 1864. His family would run the brewery through the 1940s. Among Flock's more popular brands were Bald Eagle Special Brew, Flock's American Beer, Esquire Ale, and Old German Beer. Flock survived Prohibition by temporarily converting into a dairy during the 1920s. Once alcohol became legal again in 1933, it expanded by buying its in-city rival, the Cuck Brewing Company, in 1943. Founded by August Cuck in 1850 and situated on Main Street, Cuck's added its fine lager beer and old-style ale to Flock's recipes. The Flock Brewing Company would close its doors in 1951. Williamsport was incorporated as a city in 1866. 5 years later, it would take a heavy blow on August 20th, 1871, when a terrible fire ravaged the city. It began stables owned by C.M. Baker on East Church Street around 8 p.m. and was rapidly spread through the city by strong south winds. Compounding the issue, the city's fire departments were essentially at war with each other and fought over the right to use Williamsport's fire hydrants, thus wasting valuable time in fighting the blaze. By the time it finally was extinguished, the fire destroyed numerous local landmarks and caused $300,000 worth of damage. The cause of the blaze has never been determined. Some theorize it was sent by angry former Confederate soldiers still willing to strike back at the North for the South's defeat several years prior. Other theories would take a more xenophobic edge, blaming newly arrived immigrants for starting it. Lumber production would peak in Williamsport in the last decades of the 19th century. By this time, the rise of the railroads had rendered the West Branch Canal obsolete, although it would not be completely shut down until 1900. 3 major railroads, the Philadelphia and Reading, New York Central, and Pennsylvania railroads, met in Williamsport by this time, and numerous smaller branches moved deeper into the north-central Pennsylvania woods, making it easier to move logs to market. Lumber barons would also confront the same dilemma the Onceler would eventually face in Dr. Seuss's world. They had cut down too many trees in pursuit of profits, and the surrounding hills were increasingly bare of woods. Heavy floods in 1889-1894 that broke the Susquehanna boom would prove to be the turning point for the area's lumbermen, who started moving west to Minnesota and Wisconsin, where timber was still plentiful. The Susquehanna boom was removed in 1907, and the last Williamsport sawmill closed in 1919, leaving the area wondering where they would go from there. Fortunately, other businesses would be there to fill the gap. The Morrison Patent Wire Rope Company was founded in 1886 to make its namesake wire rope of various lengths. It was renamed the Williamsport Wire Rope Company in 1888, and 1895 would move to Maynard Street. Although it was bought out by Bethlehem Steel in 1937 and has since changed hands several times, wire rope is still made on the site. There was also the Harris Wire Buckle Suspender Company, which moved to Williamsport from Jersey Shore in 1886 and operated in the city through 1912. It was considered the largest suspender manufacturer in the world at the time, churning out 40,000 suspenders a day. And in 1889, Leighton Legg Stearns, who established a general store in Williamsport years prior, expanded to a full-fledged department store at Pine, West 3rd, and Laurel Streets. L.L. Stearns would become the oldest and largest family-owned and operated department store in the country, run by 5 generations of the Stearns family until its closure in 1984.
I'm 12 years old, and tomorrow's Wyln forecast is partly cloudy.
You're watching WYLN TV 35.